What's up, folks? Welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. Let me fix this for a second. There we are. All right, folks. Big show today. Dan Crenshaw. Are you kidding me? This guy really wants his ass whooped by the Nino. Folks, so much going on. Zelensky, is it looking like he's surrendering? Sure looks like it to me. Game over. The Trump effect is here. This is all taking place now. The world is hit by a massive earthquake called the Trump quake, baby. And it's happening now. I mean, it is no. I don't know if you all saw my X post that I put up at like 3 a.m. Sometimes I wake up at like 2 or 3 and I just get the Twitter fingers, right? And I started knocking out posts, like just thoughts on my mind. And I said, you know, those of you that have slowed this process down for the last 8 years and are getting ready to slow it down some more for the next 4, I have no sympathy for you. I call you room temperature IQ, okay? Maybe below that. I was watching a show on Coco the gorilla. Had an 80 to a 90 IQ. That's higher than a lot of people, okay? Coco the gorilla. Go look it up. Coco the gorilla knew sign language and gave a message to humanity before she died. That gorilla has a higher IQ than a lot of people. And these people that she has a higher IQ than, will be protesting in the streets. Okay? I'm telling you it's coming. March, April, it's going to get wild. So much is happening with Kash Patel right now. FBI agents caught shredding fucking evidence. I'm hearing the clickety-clank has already begun in intelligence agencies within the FBI. Military generals have been clickety-clank. I've talked to Juanito about this. I've talked to a few other people about this. I got different camps that I source my intel from, and they're all saying the same thing. I try to match it up, folks. I try to make sure everything adds up. Folks, you can Venmo me D-Rod1977, D-Rod1977 when the lights go out on Amazon. Get yourself a copy. It's a book mainly about being bullied into champion. My insecurities, my social anxieties and insecurities. And then my mom's book, The Mexican Mix, that's up on Amazon as well. Please leave an honest review on that. And folks, every so often, some of these commercials that I read to, and I'm going to read this one right now, Home Title Lock. This is a must-have. I got this immediately. This is something you need to get because it's real and it's happening. People are stealing, hackers are stealing the deeds of houses right from under the owner's noses with no warnings, nothing. No alert, nothing. They're able to do this. So, did you know scammers can literally steal your home right out from under you? The FBI calls it house stealing, and it's a growing real estate scam targeting American homeowners. And here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee, and file it with your local recorder's office. And just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Yeah, dead serious. Then they take out the loans using your equity as collateral or even sell the property behind your back, and you won't even know what's happening until you start getting collection or foreclosure notices. So let me ask you, when was the last time you decided to check on your home title? If you're like me, the answer is never. And that's exactly what scammers are counting on. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. So their $1 million triple lock protection helps keep your home and equity safe. Here's what you get. Immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alerts if there's any changes, and if fraud should happen, the U.S.-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost. And here's the best part. I've teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you're already a victim and access to your personal title expert, a $250 value just for signing up. Go to HometitleLock.com and use my promo code NINO 250, baby. I don't know where they got that. I guess because of the cost, I guess. Well, there you go. Nino 250. And it's down there in the link below. HomeTitleLock.com, promo code Nino 250, baby. Get going on it. I signed up for this immediately. I was like, are you kidding me? No shit. This is what they're doing. Millions of homes, folks. They're snagging right from under people. So get on it. Just saying. Spotify, Nino's Corner. Telegram, Nino's Corner. Getter, Nino's Corner. True Social, David Rodriguez Boxer. Rumble. I think we're going live on Rumble too, right, Alex, right now? Are we?
We sure are. We sure are.
Yeah, that's like my nosebleed. Those ones like to kick me in the nuts really hard. I don't even look at the comments there. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. It's like they throw from the rafters, bro. Whoosh.
Yeah.
They remind me of the boxing matches in Juarez where they used to throw bottles and shit.
We'll have to get some of them on.
What's that?
Get some of them on these calls at the end, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, folks, taking calls at the end of the show. I want to know your thoughts on, and then we're going to do, to keep this, to kind of hone in and focus in on the calls. What's your thoughts? And this is from my Rumble audience, my YouTube audience, everybody, X audience. What's your thoughts on Elon Musk? That's the subject of today's calls. Do you think he is the real president? Do you think he's the Antichrist? Who do you think Elon Musk? Do you think he's a benefit to Donald Trump? Do you think Donald Trump is having to play the game with this guy to let the evil inside the movement, the MAGA movement? I want to know your thoughts on this, folks. So, all right, TikTok and Instagram, Nino'sCorner.tv, X, Nino Boxer, PatriotWear.com, ping right there. Get yourself some shirts and hats. Whew. Nino'sCorner.tv, folks. I got to tell you what, I got something big coming. I did an in-person podcast with Shane Stevens, whose grandfather is on audio admitting who assassinated JFK. And we did a live podcast. Well, it's not live. It's pre-recorded, but we did it at the Havana Cuban Cigar Lounge, and Chingo Bling was there, the comedian, stand-up. He's a hilarious Chicano comedian. We had Shane Stevens that was tying JFK and MLK together. Okay, let me say that again. This one person ties it all together, and he plays the audio on my podcast. You do not want to miss this. It's been held by his family for generations, and he released the audio on my podcast. This is amazing stuff, and we talk about it extensively on the podcast, and it's my first in-person podcast, so it's going to be great. That'll be – I don't think I can put that on Fluff, but I on YouTube. I think I can put it on X. It's going to go on Nino'sCorner.tv first, but then X and then Rumble and all that good stuff, but it's a very highly radioactive, sensitive podcast, and it ties JFK and MLK together with this one name. This one name. Whew, and we talk about it extensively. So, folks, I don't know if you also saw Newsom is getting ready to do his own podcast. Hey, Newsom, come on my show. Come on the Nino show, Newsom. What are you doing this for? I think I know what you're doing it for. You know that you're in quicksand, you're sinking. Your eyeballs deep in quicksand, and you got to do something to get people to like you again, right? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. I don't know, though. I don't know if they'll allow you to do a podcast from Gitmo. Okay? Yeah, I said it, because it's all coming, folks. All right, folks. Also, Nino'sCorner.tv, Shane Stevens, the in-person podcast. I got 𝗀𝗏 up there right now. I think I'm going to get him down here for an in-person podcast as well. Angela Stanton King's going up tonight. Martin Luther King's, I think it's his great niece or great granddaughter. I'm not sure. She'll probably kick me in the nuts for saying that wrong, but hey, that happens all the time with me. I got Victor Avila up there right now. I got Jaguar Wright tomorrow. The General's Tent, Jaguar Wright. I will be announcing the winner to the General's Tent VIP year-long subscription at the end of this show. So, Alex, please remind me, because I have my memory's shot from all the punches in the head. So you'll help me remember, right? Hey, yo.
Absolutely. Yeah, yo.
Yo, right. All right. So I'll be announcing the winner for Jaguar Right tomorrow, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. She'll be on taking your questions. And I got to tell you, folks, ask her what you want. I really think you should ask her about Will Smith. That's just putting it out there. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You might want to ask her about that guy. All right, folks. And without further ado, you might want to turn it up or turn it down, baby. Yeah. Here we go, folks. Oh, yeah. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Oh, yeah. How was that, Alex?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That was all right. I got lightheaded.
It's getting better.
I got lightheaded on that one. Holy shit. Wow. Imagine. All right, folks, let's get into this one. I'm going to set my ghetto timer. I still got my ghetto timer. I'll be taking super chats at the middle of the show, and at the ending of the show, we will be doing the call-ins. Remember, it's about Elon Musk. Do you think he's the real guy in control? Do you think Trump made a deal and said, all right, I'm going to allow Elon to take the reins here? Or do you think Trump sold out with Elon? Do you think Elon's a good guy? Do you think Elon's Antichrist? I want to know your thoughts about Elon Musk at the end of the show. Try to keep it specific. Topic specific about Elon Musk, please. All right, folks, let's talk about this. So, number one Google search in D.C. right now is criminal defense lawyers. Yeah. Do you know what's going to be next? Euthanasia. Yeah, I'm going to say it right here. I think that's what's coming next. The Trump effect is happening, folks, and it's taking the world by storm like a magnet, like a 10.5, 12.5 magnitude earthquake rocking the entire globe is what's happening right now, and everybody's having to play ball. Kiev and Washington have agreed on a deal for Ukraine's minerals that could be signed as early as Friday. Officials in the Ukrainian capital said President Zelensky was likely to travel to the U.S. to sign the accord. Are you kidding me, folks? So, wait a minute. I thought this guy was hell-bent of creating an army for Europe. I thought he was ready to go balls out on Trump and go against Russia, but now he's coming to the table. What? What is going on here? And as he claims or cleans ends the war in Eastern Europe, he's single-handedly, as Trump, this takes care of the war. I can't even talk right now. Takes care of the war in Eastern Europe. Trump now is single-handedly taking care of the cartels in Mexico, which has me in utter disbelief. Believe me, I'm the first to say this. I had Victor Avila on the other day talking about this, preparing for war with the cartels because they are going to retaliate. They have no choice. Now, 𝗬𝗂cie𝗰𝗶𝗹, I don't know what's going to happen to her. I'm curious to see how this plays out with her. Will she make it to the end of the year? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. But the fact that we are going down there to train them how to take themselves out, I'm sorry. I'm having a very hard time. This is the first time in Mexican-American history this has ever happened, folks. This is the first time. The Trump effect is real, so it makes me wonder, what the fuck does this guy have up his sleeve that's scaring the shit out of everybody? And I don't think it's just tariffs. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't think it's, we're going to up the price on you. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I think there's something else this guy's got. Incriminating evidence on everybody? I'm not sure. Well, I have an idea. I've been told behind the scenes a little bit. But what does Trump really, truly possess? How is he getting everybody around the world to the table? I just don't think it's just the act of tariffs, folks. I just don't believe that. Could it be some secret hidden Space Force technology he's threatening them with? Could it be some kind of crazy Tesla advanced technology he's been holding on to all this time? Could it be just massive amounts of incriminating evidence that, when they say we've got it all, does he show this to them and say, hey, look what I got on you? See this little kid? I mean, I'm wondering, folks, how he's able to bring all of this together. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking the same thing. It's almost too good to be true. And that's really the way I'm looking at it. It just doesn't make sense. As countries begin to fall in line, MSN is now on life support and dying on the vine with every second that ticks by. I've been saying this for a long time on my show. I've been saying MSN is going to go away. It is in the past. It's the dinosaurs. When you see Rachel mad cow, okay, when you see her, just look at her like, I don't know, a pterodactyl sitting there perched on her little limb. It's over. Look at Anderson Cooper. Look at him as a raptor, okay? These people are gone with the wind. They're done. No longer. You're looking at an extinct creature. And it's happening, folks, even more so. So Sean Hannity has even come out and said, legacy media is dead. There he is. And I think he's going to be one of the survivors. Obviously, he's like, he was the teacher's pet with Trump. He's Trump's, Sean Hannity, I think, did a great job. I'm not going to diss on Sean Hannity because I do believe he did an amazing job as a broadcaster, and I think he played ball with Trump. He knew something was going on behind the scenes, and I think I can state here, I think Trump gave him a notice, like, hey, play ball. This is what's coming, and he did. He chose the right lane, is what I think, and God bless him for that. Dan Crenshaw, the young globalist, gets caught on a hot mic live on air, stating he would delete Tucker Carlson. Okay, this guy said it live on air. Okay, so a lot of you say, like, well, I don't understand when you put that post out. You told Tucker you'll tell him what eye to hit. You said I'll tell you what eye to hit. Obviously, folks, it's the eye he sees out of because he, okay. I didn't mean hit him in the patch because that's already a done deal, okay? I meant hit him in the eye he sees out of, okay? Blind him completely. Anyway, that's it. They go to a cage match. I'll be happy to train you, Tucker. Just give me a call, and I'll show you how to take this guy out. No problem. Not a problem at all. Oh. I sure wish I was fighting again. I miss it. But you know what? I think about it, quite often. Like if I didn't hurt my back, if my back was still 100%, I'd still be that guy not knowing when to give up boxing. I'd be a punch drunk idiot walking around mumbling and stumbling. Hey, I could have been a contender, or I don't know. I could have been that guy if I would have got out on time. Like I did, and I did. When I turned pro, I told myself, you're going to be undefeated. You're going to be knocking everybody out. And that all happened up until I was 36-0. But I remember before I turned pro, I promised myself that I would retire by the time I was 32 years old. And because I looked at 32 as a real old man. It is an old man for boxing. But I didn't honor that, and I kept going, and then I lost when I was 34, 35. So it's kind of like what you project or what you put out there, right? It's I don't know. I think about it every day. But if I didn't hurt my back, I'd probably still be doing that and not this. So I have to live with back pain as I sit here on my podcast. Okay. Oh, all right. So Senator Marsha Blackburn asked Kash Patel to release unredacted Epstein flight names and island footage. What island footage, folks? What island footage? After claiming Democrats have blocked her from doing so for years. So the Democrats were blocking this and blocking this and blocking this, and now the floodgates are about to be open. Folks, I really recommend watching the podcast with myself and Shane Stevens, the live in-person podcast, so you can So I'm going to tell you this. When they release the JFK files, they're not going to have this audio that we play on my podcast. And it is so sensitive that I'm not going to play it on YouTube. So it'll be on X. It'll be on ninoscorner.tv first. You're going to want to go there and watch this. It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And how this ties in with MLK as well. This one name. Admitting it all. It's crazy. You're just like, wow. And all this time, I thought it was this group, that group, this group, but it was this. Yeah, it's crazy. So update reports now emerging that several generals were caught, allegedly, shredding documents that the FBI raided the homes of several CIA officers. So, okay, FBI also raided the homes of several CIA officers. So I've been told that there have been allegedly arrests that have been made. So this is already happening behind the scenes. The boomerang, who's been talking about this for the longest time, yeah, about 5 years ago when everyone was like, oh, come on, man, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy nut. Yeah. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I'm ahead of the ball. That's all. Yeah, don't get angry. How you like dem apples? No pun intended. And now, and I've said this before many, many times, they're all going down. James Comey. James Comey now. The FBI will be investigating James Comey surveillance of President Trump's 2016 campaign. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me Cash is going after James Comey? Yup, I'm saying it. And the little bit I know about Cash, the conversations I've had with him, ain't nothing stopping this guy, folks. He's going all in. I feel like the proper way to have him on in every thumbnail is with the red eyes, laser focus. He's going after these guys. James Comey, you're in trouble. And he'll still double down, triple down, quadruple down. These people are so arrogant, folks. They're going to keep doing this. You'll see him on interviews like Newsom. Newsom has the balls to come to make his own podcast in which he says, I'll be happily disagreeing with anybody who wants to come on my show. Really? You really, dude? That's your last grab here. That's it. That's what you're grabbing for as you sink in quicksand. That's it. You're trying to get people to like you. It ain't going to work, buddy. Okay? Russian hackers extend olive branch to new FBI Director Kash Patel, but he probably shouldn't take them up on it, it says. The Russia-based ransomware gang Lockbit is offering newly appointed FBI Director Kash Patel alleged classified information that it claims could destroy the agency if it's made public. The message made in a post to Lockbit's dark web blog on Tuesday masquerades as a congratulatory note before attempting to pit Patel against the FBI workforce. Dear Kash Patel, I wish you a happy birthday. I also congratulate you on your position as the 9th director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and wish you professional success because it will be not easy for you. The message begins that you are surrounded by liars, professional manipulators, respected Kash Patel. So the blog's author further claims to be a worthy son of the American fatherland and alleges that Lockbit's ransomware operation, which has been described by international law enforcement as the world's most harmful cybercrime group, was actually built to improve U.S. national security. After describing themselves as an honest businessman, the author goes on to point the finger at the FBI and the real threat. But there's still good people trapped in a bad system. I got to say, folks, we got to know that. You got to know I have family in the FBI. I have a best friend who's in FBI, and he's at the very top of it. And they're good people. Kind of funny, though, because my best friend that he's at the very top there, I remember we used to do some really bad shit to that guy growing up. He was a Mormon, so he was just a target for us, right? He couldn't drink coffee, and he couldn't drink Coca-Cola. And, we put 2 hits of acid in his drink one time and watched him trip out for about 5 hours. Yeah. All right. So I'll go into that story another time. And Christian, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, and his name's Christian. Oh boy. Anyway, Pope Francis met at the hospital with Vatican #2, took major governing decisions. So is he going to kick the bucket? I don't know. I'm thinking this could happen. So, and what would be the perfect timing of Pope Francis, folks? I don't know. Right when the Epstein list drops, Pope Francis was well enough to meet with the Vatican Secretary of State to approve new decrees for possible saints and make some major governing decisions that suggest he's greeting essential work done and looking ahead despite being hospitalized in critical condition. He's in critical condition, but yet he's still able to give people sainthood. I don't know if I'd ever want to take a sainthood from this guy. Can you move up on the screen for a second? The picture to the left, I'm looking at it. I see a rainbow flag right there. What is going on? You know, I don't know. I just think this timing of all this, folks, and I'm sure all of you think the same thing. All of you think the same thing. Right on time. Right on time. Right when the Epstein list and the P. Diddy list is going to drop. Right when the JFK comes out. The MLK stuff comes out. But you don't have to wait too long, folks. My podcast will be out in the next day on ninoscorner.tv. And you'll all get to see it. And you'll know what really happened. And I doubt, I'm going to tell you this right now, you'll get this audio anywhere. It's bone chilling. So border news. Let's get to border news. In an IED, okay, and I said this was going to start happening. I've actually said this is going to start happening. This happened to a Texas rancher. Texas rancher near Mexico border in Brownsville, Texas, has been deleted by an IED on Mexican border, okay? By who? Well, the cartels. Told you this was going to start happening, and I'm expecting a lot more of this. So the news comes as border agents have been warned that the cartels are placing the explosive devices in the area. So they're placing them all over the borders, what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing, just hearsay, they're going to be doing this in cities. Now, folks, this is serious stuff. I told you they do not care about civilian casualties. They don't care about civilian casualties. And I think this guy is going to be one of many. I think that's what's getting ready to happen. I urge all Texas farmers, ranchers, and agricultural workers who travel to Mexico to operate near or operate near the border to exercise extreme caution, says Texas Agricultural Commissioner Sid Miller. This is literally terrorism on our soil, and these cartels must pay. Boom! Right there. There it is. Is that the picture, Alex, right there?
Yeah, that's it right there.
Damn, dude. So he drove over it or what?
Yeah, drove over and fucking launched his truck and holy shit.
Damn, so they're putting them in the roads, man. Damn.
Well, this looks like it's a field, I guess, maybe, right? Like part of his ranch or somewhere along the border, maybe not a...
Dude, that's like Iraq warfare, bro. That's like Afghanistan stuff right there.
That's insane.
And so, you know, they've been outfitted with military-grade weaponry. So, you know they're going to be using it here on our streets.
Yeah,
I mean, this could get really ugly, man.
They're like, yeah, you want to start a war? They're like, okay.
Yeah, we're going to make it real ugly for you. And see, I don't know if that's a war we can win because, also I think maybe that's why those drones maybe the drones will be used for this to like detect this kind of stuff. Maybe those drones in New Jersey, New York, and all that area, they were detecting stuff like this. You know, I've heard it was even bigger than this, like nuclear stuff. But I mean, look at that for a second, man. I hope my audience is all looking at that. Tell me your thoughts, folks. I mean, this is what is potentially going to come to our streets. And I don't think I'm making I don't think I'm going out on a limb here to say that, right, Alex?
Yeah, no, this is unprecedented.
I mean, imagine that on a bridge. Imagine that on a city street, a school, an elementary school. I'm just saying, dude.
I guess IEDs have to be buried, right? So they can't.
Yeah.
They couldn't be on like a paved street.
Bro, but these guys will show up anywhere and they'll take a jackhammer and Put it. They've got connections with everybody. They'll do what they need to do. These guys are not. They're very, very sophisticated.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is scary stuff. Anyway, folks, Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro claims Biden moved Tren de Aragua into the U.S. Well, I could have told you that a long time ago. Socialist dictator of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, on Thursday claimed that the administration of former U.S. President Joe Biden helped Tren de Aragua, I want to say Agua, but it's Aragua, terrorist organization expanded to the United States after establishing a foothold in Colombia. So Maduro made the assertions during an official regime event and called on U.S. President Donald Trump to request reports from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, that according to him will allow Trump to see who financed Tren de Aragua. Are you kidding me? This is a huge statement, folks. This is a huge claim right here. I say to President Donald Trump with respect, ask for the reports of the last 4 years from the FBI and the DEA from the offices in Colombia so that you can see, President Trump, who financed, who moved, who directed the famous Tren de Aragua, who brought it from Colombia to the United States, Maduro said. Are you kidding me, folks? There you go. It's all coming out. It's all coming out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Like a fire hose. Have you ever tried to drink from a fire hose? I never have, but I've heard. It can knock your face off. Okay. So, yeah, here we are. We are now, the information that's coming out, everyone's playing ball. Everyone's playing ball. Shelters for deportees set up by Mexican government along borders sit mostly empty, this article says. So this is obviously a liberal article. And they're saying, hey, in Ciudad Juarez, mega shelters for deportees set up by the Mexican government along the border sit mostly empty 1 month after President Donald Trump threatened mass deportations. So what are they doing? What are they saying here? Like, oh, you're not doing nothing. You're not making any changes. Bullshit. The scenes here in other border cities west in Tijuana and east of Reynosa underscore the setbacks thus far of Trump's promise. What are they doing? Poking the bear here? Trump's promise to launch the largest deportation operation in U.S. history. Trump campaigned to target an estimated 11 million undocumented persons. Mexican officials along the border, including here in Ciudad Juarez, appear relieved. They're saying they're relieved. They haven't seen a swell of deportees yet. Well, you're about to. Okay? You're about to. All the chess pieces are in order, and it's coming. Like I said, this is going to be floodgates. The games have changed. It's over. The game has changed. The worm has turned. This is the boomerang. Okay? We are now in the boomerang. And guess what? March and April, holy shit. Hold on to your pants, folks. It's going to get crazy. Buckle your fucking seatbelt. All right. Alex, do we have any super chats for the middle of the show? Robert Kennedy, you're back. Man, imagine this is really Robert Kennedy. Thanks, Robert Kennedy. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I ever talked bad about you. I'm glad you stepped out of the race. And you're now the health advisor, right? Right, Alex?
Yeah, director
what's his
of
title?
Yeah, director of health,
Director of Health,
Human Services, or
yeah. Have my audience put it in there.
Yeah.
Cool. So, is there any other super chats? Mike Starks, work in progress. You're doing great. Liking upgrade. I am a work in progress. My whole life. A lot of people ask me like, I'm unpolished. I'm rough around the edges, but I feel like if I'm growing, my audience should grow with me. And right, Alex, I tell you, let's just go for it every time, huh? Every time I come on here, I'm like, we're not really prepared, but let's just go for it, right?
Yeah.
I think it works. I don't know. Do people like this? I think they like it.
The path illuminates as you walk it.
Yeah, true. Never get rid of that ghetto ass timer. Hell no, it's still going. It's ticking away right now. But I hear the timer is going. The ghetto ass timer. Anthony Hummer, thank you so much.
That was it for now. Thank you for the super chat.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let Boom. All right, folks. Now we're getting ready to read the mid-roll, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, folks. The healthy fat this time. It turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not in the carbs or fat or even in probiotic-rich foods. No. The end game is having a healthy weight as well as more energy and a long, healthy life. Comes down to a specific switch you can flip in your body to flush out unnecessary calories. Dr. Stephen Gundry is calling this the caloric bypass. And by activating the specific process in your body, he has seen thousands, yes, thousands of people dramatically improve their health, even at age 50 and beyond. This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health they had in their youth once they simply address this one key to better health. Not only that, this is actually associated with improved digestion, strong feeling joints and muscles, smoother skin, and healthier lives, meaning it could be the key to a happy life. Dr. Stephen Gundry lost 70 pounds. Holy shit. Using this research and kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone. His health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s, folks. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn about it on thehealthyfat.com/Nino. It's in the link below, folks. Hit it, get started, and get skinny again. All right, folks. So, World War III news. Let's get to some Zelensky news. Zelensky! Ah! So, Space Force is setting up a golden dome against advanced aerial attacks like UAP. So, I've asked Juanito about this as well. And you know all that stuff you see spraying in the sky above? He says that's what it's also being used for. And I said, okay, that makes sense, but that still doesn't make me feel any better because I know, and I've had Dane Wigington on talking about this, I don't see as many insects around anymore, folks. I remember I used to take road trips, and there would be, my windshield would be cluttered with bugs. Now I can drive 8 hours and not have one, maybe one insect hit my windshield, and that's it. Do you all remember the days when you used to drive and your windshield would look like a battlefield and you'd have to scrape off the bugs? Does that happen to you anymore? Because it doesn't me. And I don't know if I'm just speaking out of just me, or do you all remember, are you all experiencing the same thing? So Ukraine and U.S. agree on a minerals deal as Zelensky plans visit. What? You mean he's coming here? He's coming here to meet with Trump? What kind of deal did Trump give him that he couldn't refuse? Joint development of natural resources, part of a bigger picture and agreement that could be signed this Friday. Kiev and Washington have agreed on a deal on Ukraine's minerals that could be signed as early as Friday. Officials in the Ukrainian capital said President Zelensky was likely to travel to the U.S. to sign the accord. It comes after the new Trump administration demanded access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals to compensate for billions of dollars of wartime aid. Golly. And the U.S. has sent under President Biden. Are you kidding me? So now what Trump is doing, not only is this guy coming with a deal, but he's giving us his minerals. What did Trump tell him? I cannot believe I'm witnessing this, folks. I can't, and I'm sure a lot of you are like, what the hell does Trump have on these people? What ace up his sleeve does he have? I got to know this. I got to know this. It just does not seem to me like tariffs are doing the trick. I mean, it's probably doing it for some of the deals, but I mean, to bring Zelensky to the table, obviously, folks, you know, I've stated this from the very beginning, and I'll go down to my deathbed stating this still. This is an operation, and I know my audience. I know you all agree with this. It's an operation. Breaking, Ukraine has agreed to the U.S. a minerals deal, which paves the path for a peace deal with Russia. So let me just put it to you like this. Zelensky surrenders. It's over. He just surrendered. That's it, folks. I mean, I don't know how else to put it to you other than he just said, fuck it, I'm waving the white flag, and I'm giving you my minerals. And not only am I going to give up here, but I'm going to give you my minerals too. I'm going to go ahead and bend over with a smile. Days ago, President Trump said he wanted the equivalent of 500 billion worth of rare earths from the Ukraine. And what does that say to China? Oh, Trump is 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗁𝗍 himself. Look what he's doing. You know, Juanito's always said we're in a trajectory to some kind of kinetic conflict with China. That's yet to be seen. I leave that up to you all to decide. But European leaders want no peace deal at all. So Zelensky may be coming to the table, but other European leaders are not. We cannot agree to Ukraine's capitulation. Polish PM Tusk says European leaders must resist capitulation to Russia over Ukraine. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk said on Wednesday ahead of a virtual meeting of EU leaders to discuss the war following U.S. President Donald Trump's overtures to Moscow. We cannot agree to Ukraine's capitulation to Russia, however we call it, impudent demands, including territorial ones, said Tusk in a video posted on X. The members of the EU Council of National Leaders will hear the debriefing from French President Emmanuel Macron, whatever his name is, on his visit this week to Washington, where he met with Trump. Macron and Trump displayed stark differences on Monday in their approach to Ukraine, exposing a divide between the United States and Europe over Trump's bid for a quick ceasefire deal with Russia. Now, I've said this for a lot, and folks, I've said it time and time again. Putin and Trump work together. That's how I see it, and I think that Putin's going to be able to do a lot of things, if you catch my drift, for a lot of my audience here. Putin's going to be able to get done a lot of things that Trump can't, if you catch my drift. I don't know. When it comes to the clickety-clank, where Trump might catch a lot of heat, Putin will be able to do it. Putin will be able to get it done. He doesn't give a fuck. If you think Trump doesn't give a fuck, Putin's that squared. He doesn't give a fuck. A double fuck. Just letting you know. So are we doing good on X, Rumble, and YouTube, Alex? We're doing pretty good. Are we doing all right?
Yeah, looking good. Got about 1,700 on X and
nice
3,400 on YouTube.
Nice. All right, folks. New York City mayoral race. Cuomo holds double-digit edge in latest poll as reports indicate he could launch campaign this weekend. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who is yet to declare he is running in the 2025 New York City mayoral race, continues to dominate the Democratic primary field in yet another poll released Tuesday, as reports suggest he could announce a bid as soon as this weekend. The former governor, who resigned in 2021 amid multiple allegations of sexual misconduct that he denies, has a 25% advantage over the rest of the Democratic mayoral candidates. Why would anybody want this guy back in? I just don't understand this. I thought this guy was old news. Really confused on this one, man. Really confused.
He's the dude with the pierced nipple bars.
Yeah, he has the nipple rings or whatever, right? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wasn't he like wearing a white shirt? And
yeah.
You could see his nipple rings?
Yeah, straight up. Someone needs to go up to him with a strong magnet.
Is there a picture of that? Can you pull up a picture? Can you find a picture of his nipple rings?
I'll look for it.
Yeah, try to pull that up as I'm reading. Put that up here, bro. I'm sure I know there's one up there. I don't even give a shit if it's Photoshop. Just the visual of it will be great enough. Elon Musk, people are saying he's a Nazi. Nazi saluting Elon Musk, mocked in huge advert for Tesla's swastika. So they're putting it. Oh, there it is. There it is.
There they are.
Oh, my gosh. Can you zoom in on that? Holy disturbing. Wow, dude, that is so obvious. Man, you know he's into some kinky shit.
You know it.
Oh, dude. I bet you he dresses up in leather with a whip and does some weird shit, man. Jeez, that is just a horrible visual. Look at that. Totally, right?
With the white shirt, he wants people to know. He's like one of those exhibitionist type. Yeah.
Or did he think just no one would catch it? I mean, was it just one of those days that he's like, I want to throw on a white shirt today? I feel like I don't know, man. But dude, Yeah, these people are weird, right? All of them. All of them are just sick, perverted. Like, they're just strange. All of them. We got to flesh this place out. Like, we got to get fumigated with like termites, bro. So billionaire Elon Musk has been mocked in a huge advert displayed at the London bus stop rebranding Tesla. Footage captured the anti-Tesla campaign, which saw an advert removed at the shelter and replaced it with an edited image of Musk. So now they're putting these on bus stops all over London of Elon being a saluting like a Nazi, folks. This is what they're doing right now. I think this shit should be illegal, but I guess they're doing it. I guess they are doing it illegally by replacing the posters with their posters of him looking like a Nazi. So they're going to put this out there, and all the very low room temperature IQ people are going to look at it and go, bah, 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 and not really get what's going on. So, and I have my doubts on Elon. I'm not going to lie. I see a lot of stuff in him that I'm like, man, oh man. I just don't know if I trust this guy. It's too good to be true. He's like the modern day Iron Man, the guy with all the toys. He's doing great for humanity. And then he just does that one thing that I'm going to be like, there it is. And I'm waiting on it. I'm not saying I don't want to like the guy. I think he's probably a fun guy to be around. He's probably the coolest guy to be around. But it's just that one thing I'm waiting on. That's it. And I don't know. I want to get your calls in today. At the end of this show, let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me what your thoughts are on Elon Musk. MSN dying on the vine. White House moves to pick the pool reporters who covered Trump. The White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said on Tuesday that the Trump administration would start handpicking which media outlets were allowed to participate in the presidential pool. The small rotating group of journalists who relay the president's day-to-day activities to the public. This is how MSM is going to die. This is the beginning stages of it. Actually, the beginning stages of it was when Trump used to come out there and say, you're fake news, you're fake news, you're fake news, and you're fake news. Why did he do that? He was setting the tone, folks. He was letting you know what's going to happen. And even in one of his True Social posts, he said, mainstream media will die in 6 years. And that was 6 years ago. So here we are. The change announced by Ms. Leavitt breaks decades of precedent. The White House Correspondent Association, a group representing journalists who cover the administration, has long determined on its own which reporters would participate in the daily pool. Because presidents often hold events in smaller settings like the Oval Office, where not every reporter who covers the president can fit, the pool format has long been used to ensure that journalists accurately record a president's comments. So what they're saying is basically, look, you all lie. So we're going to make sure we're going to have here the people that we want here that do not lie, that report honestly. That's what they're doing. That's all this is. And after the last 8 years, I'm sure all of you can agree. I put in my name. So we'll see. I'm actually going to meet with some people in a couple weeks to see if I can get in there. Would you guys like to see me at the White House? I don't know if the White House would like to see me, but I'll definitely I'll throw my hat in the ring. Why not? And if I can't ever go, would you go, Alex? Would you ever go?
Yeah, if they let me in there.
Yeah, I know. They'll probably look at us and be like, get the hell out of here. We'll see. Sean Hannity dishes on Trump, Elon, January 6th on Fox News in rare interview. Legacy media is dead, Sean Hannity says. That's a bold claim and one which Fox News host Sean Hannity has been making for years. Nah. I've been making it for years. Don't try to steal my thunder. When did he start saying this? For years? Maybe like last year, maybe. But now, after President Donald Trump stormed back into the White House in 2024, winning 77 million votes despite intense media opposition, Hannity is really starting to believe it. He's starting to believe it. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I've been saying this for 5 years, folks. Journalism is dead because all those people who claim they are journalists are talk show hosts like me, Hannity told media editor Aidan McLaughlin on this week's episode of The Press Club. It's palpable, their age and hatred toward Trump. 15 years and they don't even try to understand the guy, he added. during a wide-ranging interview from his studio in Florida. None of them cared about the injustices. As far as I'm concerned, they all owe him an apology for how they treated him the last few years. So, here's what I say about this. We've been right this whole time, even when it was unpopular. I may have gotten some dates wrong, some timing wrong, but overall, man, my batting average is right there, man, with the best of them, with people like, I don't know, Babe Ruth. Okay? So I'm just saying, those of you that have been on my show, I appreciate you, all of you, who've helped me stay sober and kept me honest, because I'll say this. I listen to a lot of you. I look at your chats. I see what you're saying. And to be quite honest, we all do this together. I try to keep my ego out of this. I try to keep it. My ego died with boxing, folks. My ego died with boxing, and now I'm just reporting on the news, on the truth. Let's put it that way. Reporting on the truth, news before it's news. That's how I see it. Nino'sCorner.tv. And folks, talk about instant karma. Instant karma. Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart accidentally slices his hand open during fiery takedown of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. And then he says on the show, I will be going to the hospital. Instant karma. Instant freaking karma, folks. On this week's episode of The Daily Show, Jon Stewart accidentally sliced his hand open while smashing a coffee mug on his desk. The gesture was made in anger towards the billions of dollars of federally funded pharmaceutical subsidies ignored by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. I think he's a little more angry about something else. I don't know. I think he might be taking it out on Elon, but I think maybe he's angry about maybe a list. I don't know. Just maybe that could be it. Maybe he's like, uh-oh, I know what's coming. I'm going to get mad at Elon and smash my coffee mug and cut my hand, and then he had to go to the hospital and get stitches, from what I'm hearing. All right, folks, let's get to what the fuck news in what the fuck news in what the fuck news. Now, folks, I'm going to be taking calls after this. Did you put the link out there yet, Alex?
Oh, I didn't get the link out. I'll get it out now.
Get it out now, and let's get some callers in. Let's talk about Elon. What's your thoughts on Elon and him teaming up with Trump? Do you think it's a good match? Do you think Trump sold out? Do you think Elon's good? Do you think he's bad? Do you think he's the Antichrist? Do you think he's doing everything good right now but will turn later? I don't know. Once AI is all set up. I don't know. I'm asking my audience, and I want you to tell me on the calls. In what the fuck news, man found to have stashed $10,000 worth of cocaine under his toupee. That's pretty ballsy to do. I don't know. A 40-year-old man was arrested at the Colombian airport on suspicion of drug trafficking after officers noticed his suspicious toupee. Toupees look horrible anyway, man. Just shave your head. I don't know why. I just don't understand it. Do you, bro? And then it's like windy outside. What, you can't go outside? I don't know. I'm not making fun of any. I know there's some bald people out there listening to me. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, like, toupees look, for the most part, you can tell it looks like a dead skunk on your head. It looks like it's just laying there like a dead animal you picked up off the road. A Colombian man has been arrested while boarding a flight from Cartagena in Amsterdam to Amsterdam after police found cocaine stashed under his toupee. The 40-year-old man was taken into custody last week at Rafael Núñez International Airport on suspicion of drug trafficking, manufacturing, and carrying narcotic substances. I don't think his jail sentence will be as bad as his embarrassment for how they caught this shit. Look at that picture, dude. Are you kidding me? He really attempted that? That toupee, first of all, who would think to even look how terrible that toupee looks?
I mean,
really, dude? Wow. Authorities said that they seized 220 grams of cocaine. Metropolitan Police of Cartagena, Commander 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 said over 450 people have been arrested so far this year for drug trafficking. He added that over 115 kilos of hallucinogens have been seized, including marijuana and cocaine. We are giving forceful blows against these criminal structures that not only dispute the local drug trafficking, but also generate different violent acts and other types of crimes that after tranquility and that are after tranquility and coexistence, he said. We continue to insist on the importance of the community being our main ally. We provide timely information which helps us identify and locate criminals. Damn, can you zoom in on that picture one more time? I got to look at this. I cannot believe this guy had the balls to do this.
You know how they do this, though? They have the one guy with the obvious guy, and then all the other cocaine gets through.
Oh, so he takes a hit for everybody else. So you're right.
He takes the hit, yeah.
But, dude, I mean, you're taking it. Dude, this is the first time I've ever seen anything this ridiculous. I mean, I've heard people stick it up their ass. You know what I mean? Like in bags. I just saw a documentary on that, and they do body scans and everything. But to walk in with a toupee filled with cocaine, are you kidding me? Dude, I've seen living here on the border. I've seen people do some shit. I'm not going to say the guy's name, but I smuggled steroids over with my buddy one time, and he went into a pharmacy and he dropped me off at the bar. I didn't go with him to the pharmacy anyway. He walked out with a box. I think he robbed the pharmacy, to be quite honest with you. In fact, he told me he did, but I'm not going to say. This was years ago when I was like 16, 17 years old. He pulls up in his truck outside of the mariachi bar in Ciudad Juarez, and we're getting ready to go over the bridge. He's all, "Kid, bro, you're not going to believe what I did." He tells me the story of what he did in the pharmacy. He got over $10,000 or was it $15,000 worth of steroids, puts it in the back of his truck, bro. We're driving over the bridge with a cardboard box in his pickup. And I go, "Wait a minute, where is it?" And he goes, "It's right there." And he's laughing. I'm like, "It's in the back of your pickup and we're going through customs?" And he's like, "Yeah, but it's in an obvious place, bro. They're not going to look there." I'm like, "Bullshit. Bullshit. You better let me out of this truck." Anyway, we were already over the hump on the bridge, like past the American flag. So if I would have got out, it would have looked really obvious. So I was stuck in the truck with this guy with thousands of dollars worth of juice. And we get to the customs bridge, and he had a dirty rag on top. That's cardboard box with a dirty rag on top of it and a starter, an engine starter holding the rag down. They look in the back of his pickup truck and they're all, "You guys bring anything back?" We're like, "No, nothing at all." I'm sitting there sweating, nervous, shaking. They let us go. They didn't even check the box. And all that shit was, dude, and he was right. "It's too obvious, bro." He told me, "It's just too obvious. They won't check that." I couldn't believe it. Bro, I got story. I'm going to write another book. I'm going to write another book on this scrap.
We need another book.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Anyway, all right. Any calls or no?
Yeah, we got a couple. We got about 3 callers in
Let's
waiting.
roll.
So let's bring the first one on, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yo, Nino.
Yo, what's up?
Hello?
Yeah,
what's up, bro? You. So, okay, cool. So my thoughts on Elon, he is classified as a special government agent, and that's under Title 18 U.S. Code, subsection 202, which lays out like all the, what they could do and everything. And all 3 branches of the government could do this too. With that being said, I do trust him to an extent. I just don't trust the transhumanism, like that. And then the 𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗋, that's sketchy too. So I think we just need to watch him with a close eye,
Yeah, Alex, can you bring up the 𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗋 costume that he wore? You could look it up on Google and just pull it up. And that to me says it all, bro. It just takes one thing for me. Look, I've heard different things about Elon behind the scenes, that he's DARPA funded, the whole thing. But I think he's a necessary evil to play with right now. But dude, it's like playing with matches. We got to be real. I don't trust him, and I don't know. That's my view on him. I don't know what you think. You don't trust him either, obviously, correct? You still there?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, well, I should be.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yep.
Fuck.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I really don't trust him that much. No, not as far as I can throw.
I think this outfit right here says
Can you hear
a
me
lot
now?
to me, dude. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I think this outfit says it all, bro. Look at that. An upside down cross.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Who wears that? I would never wear something like that, man. To me, that's
sketchy.
It's sketchy, dude, and it's a spiritual weakness, man. To me, it means even if he is a good guy, that he could be easily tugged in any direction. Does that make sense? He does not have
manipulated.
Right. He doesn't have the spiritual fortitude. He doesn't have the faith.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, what's your name?
I agree.
What's your name again?
My name is James, but you could just go by JB Agent.
Got you, JB. All right, man. Thanks for calling in. I hope you call in again soon.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I said thanks. Cool. Thanks, brother. All right, let's get the next one. Hey, yo, what's going on?
What's up, Nino? It's me, Samaj again. I didn't want.
What's up, my man?
You said I could call in anytime, but I wasn't trying to, call in every day or nothing like that.
No, it's cool. It's cool. What's your thoughts on Elon?
As far as Elon, yeah, I think it's very sketchy, especially when you interviewed that person and they claimed that I guess when he was a kid, he used to do witchcraft or something. I remember watching that interview, man. So it's a lot of stuff, and he's very charming.
I remember that now. You're right.
So,
no, you're right. I remember I interviewed. That was Jeff from Right Side Radio, and he's the one that interviewed the granny or the nanny who used to take care of him, who gave a warning and said that he used to do like black magic in his room as a kid, and he would open up like really think about this. Open up dimensional portals in his room. She saw it. She witnessed it. His nanny. And she said his whole family allegedly was involved in this kind of like black magic stuff.
Yep. I had a couple of things I wanted to share with you if I make it quick. I don't want to hold up everything. You ready for your laugh of the day, man? You're going to crack the hell up. Alex, can you pull up the picture of everyone helping the queen down the stairs except for Putin, and Putin's just sitting there like he could give a shit less waiting for his car? You got to see this. This was years ago. Like, he's the only one not helping her down the stairs. Like, he just could give a shit less.
Yeah, because that's why he's such an important ally to Trump. I mean, that is what people need to understand this. And we are fighting the same enemy, man. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Look at Putin.
Wow. Wow, man. Yeah, he does not care at all.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, Nino.
You're right, man.
So the other thing I wanted to tell you is everybody knows about, now they know about 𝗂𝗂𝗏. We know about, what is it, the one in Cuba that everybody's going to, 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗱. You might want to research. I was looking up at YouTube videos on this. Remember, the flight from Malaysia went missing. Yeah, so they say
I had 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗋𝗄 on about that.
There's an island. It's a military base for the U.S. It's called 𝗀𝗂𝗄𝗏. You might want to really look into that. They say all the scientists from Malaysia are actually being held against their will underneath that island or whatever.
That's exactly what they're saying. In fact, I showed footage with 𝗧𝗵𝗋𝗄𝗏. I suggest people go watch that YouTube video that show the footage, bro, of them opening a porthole in the plane. Someone had the video of this. Go watch that video. Go watch the podcast with 𝗧𝗵𝗋𝗄𝗏. The plane goes through a portal and disappears. It's insane. And they say they took it to 𝗀𝗂𝗄𝗏. That's allegedly, but the video is there. I have it on my fluff tube.
And lastly, a couple other things. Like I said, I want to make it quick. I hit you with a dynamite spoken word piece last time, and you were blown away. I really, really admire your sobriety for 5 years, man. So years ago, I was at a concert and I was surrounded. I was just looking. I look at things differently, and I was looking at everybody drinking and everything. And this is real short. It's called "What the True Answer Is." Is really gonna hit you in the heart, man. I said, one of people's escapes in life is drinking alcoholic beverages, but when you get to thinking, pain is what they're leveraging, and it's spiritually severing them away from a connection that's divinely heaven sent. Cause them spirits creating chaos and damaging critical thinking. Cause while they guzzling, it's hindering. But everyone needs something to take the edge off, right, and lessen it. And yet deeper the depression gets, and it overcomes and drags them down like a recession pit. We all know what the ultimate answer to the universal question is, what the true corrective lesson is. The antidote from up above is what I'm stressing here. Instead of bandaging it and coping it with a less impressive fix, they need administering of transfusions of holy blessings, which will remove all doubt from their eyes they've been infected with. And to be touched by the Lord and realize what being in the presence of true perfection is. That's called What the True Answer Is.
You wrote that? You wrote that?
Yes, sir.
Damn, bro, you're good. You're like fucking 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗂𝗁.
That's why I told you I wanted to get with you indirectly, you know,
Wow.
and maybe, you know, get some stuff together for you, maybe write some stuff for you, all that.
I have been talking to 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗍. We're gonna do I need someone to help me write some bars, dude. So maybe you'll be the one to do it. I'm gonna get with 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗍. We're gonna do it's gonna be funny. I think we're gonna do the torta video, but I'd like to get your input on it, man. Thanks for the bars, dude. That was amazing.
When I was 16, like a month after or whatever, September 11th happened, like October, I was sitting in church, man. This had to have been God that studied my hand. You know how a lot of times when you write stuff, you mess up, and it was none of that. It was like 5 minutes straight through. And I came up with this at 16. I said, September 11th, the day the world stood still, when terrorists tested our sovereign will. So many innocent lives lost in this evil and heartless Holocaust. They tried to diminish our freedom and unity, but all they received back was righteousness and scrutiny. Our flag still waves and billows in the wind, because no matter how hard a struggle they put up, we won't give in. Heroes risk their lives nonstop for hours, searching for survivors in the midst of the two twin towers. That was in October of 2021. I wrote that, Nino.
That's beautiful, man. You're a lyricist, bro. You're good. You're really good.
I appreciate that, man. I'd love to work with you behind the scenes.
Yeah, let's just keep give your contact again to Alex, and I'll get it. I've just been so busy, my man. So please understand that. But I'll be talking to you before I get with 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗍 on this.
Okay. Lastly, I wanted to let you know, if you want to write it down, his name is Todd Allen. He's a good friend of mine. He's done podcasts with millionaires. He's done a podcast with Bishop Larry Gators, who you did a podcast with.
Yeah, I did one with him once.
He changed the name of his YouTube channel. Todd's channel is How to Be Happy TV, but his nickname is Professor Econ. He's an actual professor from 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏. He lives down in Colombia. Ironically, he married a Hebrew woman down in Colombia. I can get you guys in contact, man. He's a great person for you to interview.
Get him. Let's get him on board. Reach out to Alex. Alex, get his info, and let's get this guy on.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bubba. Thank you. God bless. Okay. Haley, how are you doing?
Good. What's up, Nino?
Oh man, everything. All right. What's up? What's your thoughts on Elon?
I don't trust the guy. You know, the costume, and just the fact that he has 13 kids with how many baby mamas now?
Yeah. That's another thing I didn't even.
It's strange to me.
I heard he had them all in the same cul-de-sac, is what I heard. Yeah, he moved them all next door to each other, is what I heard. I don't know if that's true. But I mean, yeah, you're right. Like I say, he's basically that's ego right there. You're wanting to spread your seed to different women. You don't really care about the women. You care more about getting your DNA out there. It's all ego right there. That's ego generated for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
sure.
that's a good. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that point.
Maybe it's because I'm a woman. I thought about that first. But yeah, that's just creepy to me. But
how are you going to be the type of dad you want to be to every kid? I don't understand that. Like
you couldn't.
No, it's impossible. So, all right. Well, anything else?
My question, so here in Ohio, we have Vivek
Yeah.
looking at being governor, and unfortunately, I think he could get in pretty easily. But some of the things he was saying the other day, kind of gushing over AI, we could turn Ohio, make Ohio the next Texas or Florida, and I'm like, bro, no,
Yeah,
we don't
exactly.
want
To
that
me,
parity. We just
he's a
had,
puppet.
yeah.
I've warned against Vivek for a long time. I saw him coming a mile away with Ron DeSantis. I don't know if people remember my shows back then, but I said, watch out for Ron. He's a deep state puppet. So is Vivek. Vivek, and I don't trust him. And I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't trust him. And I think he's just Obama 2.0. I just see that.
Yeah, I've called him Rama Shwama Ding Dong.
That's a good.
But,
Ding dong.
yeah, and we're supposed to have, and I'm going to try to be careful here, a NATO assembly here, and I don't know.
When is
There's
that
been,
supposed to be?
what's that?
I said, when is that supposed to be? I'll look into it. But when do you know when that's supposed to be?
It's in May.
In
May
May.
22nd to the 26th this
Maybe
year.
I should go down there. Maybe I should go to it.
Hey, it's supposed to be at Wright Pat Air Force Base here in Dayton, Ohio. So, and I don't know.
In Ohio? In Ohio?
Dayton, Ohio.
Wow. Okay. So that's convenient.
And our local news, it makes me sick. They've pushed the
I know.
flu, and the thing with the thing they want you to put in your arm.
Yeah, I know.
And
well, the thing is that what I understand, there's just going to be no way from what I've been told, no way possible the local media, once mainstream media goes, what do you think's going with it? Local news. They're done. I've heard sooner than a couple of years max, and it's going to be probably a lot less, because I don't think people understand what's coming. And March and April are going to be big months. Just say
absolutely.
that. So I appreciate you, Haley. No, I can't either. I can't wait either.
Oh, one more thing. If you and Shingo Bling need anyone to write something for you, hit me up.
Okay.
I actually have a major in creative writing, so I would love to.
Well, 𝗬𝗏 can lay down he's a lyricist. I like that. But yeah, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna go for this and we're gonna go probably in the next couple months.
I can't wait.
Are you familiar with Shingo Bling?
Yeah, I thought, man, I haven't heard that name in years.
I know he's kind of fallen off a little bit, but he's coming back up. So hopefully this video will do it. But I appreciate you, Haley. Let's get to the next caller. God bless you. Take care, sweetheart. Anybody else? Claudia Ramirez, go ahead. You're on mute. Now you're not.
Hi, Niño. How are you?
Hey, Claudia. How are you?
I'm good. So, first of all, hi, and thank you for everything you do. I've been following you for a few years, and to be honest, at the beginning, I thought you were a little cuckoo, but
most people do.
But surprise! I mean, a lot of things have, happened that you said in your guest. So
it's still happening. The boomerang is here.
I wanted to mention something to you. Besides me being a Latina and Christian and a New Yorker who escaped New York to Florida, back in the election when Trump was going again, I was a Democrat. I mean, that's all I knew. My family was a Democrat. So before then, I always used to say, "What runs? I'm going to donate my time. I'm going to really help her out." But I wasn't really into politics. And I remember when the craziness started, that they were saying, "Oh, she said, she did, he's this, he's that." It really affected me, because I was like, this is crazy. Like, these two people are crazy. I've never seen anything like this. So I prayed one night, probably like 2 weeks before the election, because I said, "God, they're crazy. How could you give us these two candidates?" I wasn't going to vote, but I think that that's not the right thing to do. So I need you to be very clear And I remember praying exactly like this. I said, God, I need you to be very clear and tell me what to do, because I'm a little slow. That's how I prayed. And I cried. I cried my heart out. And I went to sleep. And when I woke up the next morning, as I was opening my eyes, I saw Trump behind the presidential emblem with his hands on that podium thing.
Wow.
And he said, I am here to clean house.
Wow, that's huge.
And that is what's happening today. And when I see this, I remember that. And this was 2016.
Right. Wow.
when
So
you
that's
talk-
over 10 years ago, man. Wow.
When you talked about that download that time that you got,
Yep.
I was like, yeah, it's like
I get those. I also get those. When I get those downloads, it's always right in the morning, right when I wake up. Like I got that solar flare download, like boom, it hits you like a matter of fact, like bam.
And
then,
it was just so clear.
right.
Clear.
Yeah, because you're open. You're completely open.
The only way I could describe it, it's like, in the Bible, they talk about a veil being removed. I was opening my eyes. Like I was waking up. I know I'm awake. I'm opening my eyes and boom, just his presence. Trump, like that with the presidential podium emblem, hands. And
so that's what changed your mind and you went and voted Trump?
All day I was thinking, I was like, when that happened, I said, and I was like, God, are you telling me that I have to vote for Trump? And I was thinking about it. And I told my family. My mother didn't believe me, my father. My mom said, God, in Spanish, God's not going to allow that devil to be president. But I voted. And online, I was like thinking about it. And I went up to, vote. And I gave a little prayer. And I remember telling God, I said, God, I'm going to vote for Trump. But I'm doing it out of obedience. And I voted. And that day afterwards when he won, everybody was in shock.
Yeah, everybody. He upset the apple cart. Well, thank you, Claudia Ramirez. Thank you so much for giving me that. That's crazy. Wow, what a story.
Yep.
Gracias.
Good story. All right. God bless you.
God bless you, Claudia. All right, Alex. Do we have any more, or is that it? Okay, kill switch.
Dave.
Yo.
How you doing, brother? You good?
Good, man. Yeah.
Okay,
so far, so good.
My name is Steve. I've been trolling you in the comments, trying to buff you up and get you hyped for the last year and a half because I love watching you get hype and angry because you put your heart and soul into this, bro. I just want to say to anybody else out there that's going through recovery, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or anything, we are the real warriors of God. We are the real children of God. When they talk about the spiritual Trinity, what they are talking about is their satanic God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. What we are known as the Trinity is the Father, the Mother, and us, the child, the creation of being, the manifestation of God in the universe, and the Mother Gaia, the physical being of Earth, the bosom, which is 𝗏𝗃 terra firma, our ancient name to our planet, 𝗏𝗃, meaning a transgendered species through the scientific process of parabiosis, through a word we're constantly hearing in media, gain of function research. Pay attention. Now, this is also connected to what this young lady was saying just previously about the downloads and how you were getting downloads and you still don't understand your downloads. Guys are having a difficulty understanding and translating because a lot of times we're sleeping, we have weird dreams, geometric patterns and shapes. You're seeing different things that you wouldn't normally see in your dream time, and your dreams seem more vivid and real.
Yep.
You came out a while back and came out with a download saying Senator Mike Johnson trick replay, correct? You remember that?
Right. Yep.
You remember this, okay.
Yes.
Now, when you came out and said Senator Mike Johnson trick replay, that was a download for you to look into gematria or someone to try to translate through gematria. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I trolled you so hard, your moderators have got mad and blocked me from several of my things because I'm like,
well, at least you admit it, dude. At least you have the balls to come over here and admit it.
I'll admit it, dude. I'm the first person. All right, my friend, I was friends with Justin Anders. I don't know if you know the name. He had the conspiracy program by the name of Cannabis in Combat. He went viral for
the guy that deleted himself.
Yeah, okay. Listen. There's something behind the scenes, and from what I understand, that man was my friend. I'm also friends with
I
his
like
friend,
that guy.
Jason Alexander, Britney Spears' ex-husband. There's a lot behind the scenes with that. That is a man you definitely need to talk to. Have Alex or somebody you know try to get a hold of Jason Alexander. He was Britney Spears' first husband. Her parents paid him $10 million to walk away from her. They were high school sweethearts.
I'll bring him
There's
on.
a lot behind that. And
Jason Alexander, I wonder how I can get a hold of him.
I can try to get a hold of him on Facebook. I haven't talked to him in months. The last time I seen his Instagram updates, he was going after Britney Spears during the fake wedding, when they had the whole fake wedding because she was being handled again because her parents don't want her.
I want to bring him on for sure. He's her first husband?
He was her first husband. Yes, sir.
Wow. I want to bring him on.
Going back to your download, Senator Mike Johnson trick replay. It came back in gematria on the numbers running 7-11 and 11-7. Now, there was significance to those dates going back to the 11th of July. We had what happened?
Yep.
3 days after that, within a day or two, within 24 hours, the attempted, taking down the President Trump. Then you have 11-7. Something significant happened on the 7th behind the scenes with the deep state that a lot of people didn't pick up on. Okay. Then everybody's talking about Elon. If you go back to when DARPA came out with some technology in the late 90s during the Gulf War, they were talking about they had special technology. It was classified that could cut the warheads off of incoming RPGs on our troop carriers and Humvees, and it was something DARPA was working with. That's part of DARPA DEC force field laser and energy grid technology. They built and turned it into Starlink. I have to be real careful what I say.
Wow, yeah, I got to be real careful with this.
Now, if you go and pay attention to it, what's crazy is Superman, according to the superhero legends, was a superhuman from the planet Krypton, correct? Okay, kryptonite is Superman's weakness, correct?
Correct.
Okay, why would Starlink be powered by heavy metal element krypton and off-gas kryptonite, creating a blue-green plasma energy bandwidth connectivity from satellite to satellite, which Elon already admitted back in 2022. And there's something that I wanted to bring up to Harbor. Harbor stated that Elon Musk is the original, but I have inside information. If you go back to Linda Moulton Howe on Earth Files back in 2018.
Okay, you're not the only. Well, hold on. You're not the only one that's told me this.
Yes, there were
Incredible
holographic
people have told
messages.
me this.
There were holographic messages and videos taken off the coast of Boca Chica, Texas, when they were in the process of first building
Be
Starbase.
careful on this because it's fluff, dude. Shit,
Yes.
man. I'd
Yes.
like to.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
basically, I've sent you messages on Facebook. Check your spam. You'll see me.
I just got back on Facebook 2 days ago. They bombed me off there. My business page was still running on there, but I was not able to check it.
That's crazy.
So it was crazy. They threw me off there.
And just for everyone else's understanding, TikTok is on a Meta server, because if you pay attention, Meta is controlled by members of Senate, Congress, and DOJ, and they were pushing very hard for the transfer of ByteDance because if they acquired TikTok, the stock prices would in everybody's pocket.
You know a lot of info, dude. You know a lot. So just be careful how to
I've lost 28
I'm very
channels.
impressed, by the way.
I've lost 28 channels between YouTube. I've lost both of my Twitter.
Well, don't lose my channel.
No.
Okay.
No. That's why I'm being very careful. But according to the thing with Justin, who self-deleted and they were caught on body cam, some people say that was something that was done because he had his program Cannabis in Combat. If you add up gematria CNC 3333, he also was selling a product called 𝗬𝗏 CBD. 𝗬𝗏, known as the dog star, connected to travelers, so on and so forth, which also connects to former Attorney General Don Barr writing a book called Spaced Relations. And he actually wrote that book while he was the headmaster of Dalton Academy in New York City, where Epstein received his first teaching position. Wow. And right after the first allegations came out, Mr. Barr was asked to step down as the headmaster and proceeded to work with the Masonic organization. Also, I'd like everybody just to take a look around your town when you're riding through your cities. look at all your cell tower buildings and your monopole buildings and look and
be careful.
just look and see if they have certain symbols and stuff on them that represent people with the G, which is the 6 or the 9.
They do.
And I've noticed and recognized several of those. And my thing is, I live at sea level. I live in this state where I'm at sea level. Like right now, I'm like 10 feet above sea level. I can dig 25 feet in the ground and hit pure, clean aquifer spring water. My thing is, how are there elevator shafts in my town that like have cages and like chain wire fence around them? I don't know if anyone else has seen them, but they're just an elevator shaft in the middle of nowhere that go down. I mean, they don't go up, and there's nothing else in the middle of these places. It's just the middle of nowhere. It's a little building. I'll have to do that. I'll take a picture of some of the sites. But as a former cell tower tech, I also want to tell people, you know, what happens when you put any kind of tinfoil or something in the microwave?
All right. This stuff is very sensitive for fluff tube.
So we were always told to be very careful when we were climbing, just because of accidents, because a lot of the towers have power running through them. And if you touch anything and ground yourself out, you'll zap yourself. I worked with a couple of guys that had some issues on some of the cell towers that I worked on, so on and so forth. But yeah,
so
I just wanted to
work on them.
Yeah, I climbed for 4.5 years. I climbed for a private company. We actually built monopoles. We built some of the tallest towers in the Southeast. Right after Hurricane Katrina, we had to go to a place called Nob Hill, and it's a 1,230 foot tall tower. And it's a microwave radio tower. It's an AM, FM transmission tower. So it's got power running through it. I had to climb all the way to the top and change a flashing light and got caught in a thunder and lightning storm. And that was probably the worst experience I've ever had because I climbed in a trash bag.
All right, let me jump on to the next caller. I got to get everybody, bro. Kill Switch, thank you so much. God bless. Thank you. All right, Alex. What's going on? How are you? I can't hear you.
Big fan of you, brother. Been listening to you for ages now. Thank you for
thank you.
all you do, bro. And I'm trying to get to where you're at in the soberness. I'm not there yet, but I'm working very hard on.
Not yet. Hours.
But
I'm not gonna judge, you know. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, a couple hours, literally. Maybe yesterday.
Until you can count the days.
Last night.
All right, no big deal, bro. How old are you?
I'm 45, 46 now.
All right, so you look younger, but yeah, I quit at 42. I think this is a good age for you to. How long have you been drinking for?
I was a bartender.
Okay, so I mean, I've been drinking since I was 13. So I would say 42 is a perfect time for me to stop, but it's up to you, man. It's going to be. I think it's completely spiritual. You got to feel it in your spirit.
I believe so too. I try, and it just like something else comes up, and I just go right back to it.
Are you married or single or?
Getting married this year.
I'd say, ¡Cálmate, bro! All right, go ahead. What's your question?
Well, I wanted to talk about Elon. If we're watching a movie and everything, it's all like they say, not real. He's a double, and he looks like a double.
I've heard from some very credible people, and I'm still trying to grasp my mind around it. And I'm talking people within Hollywood. I'm talking about people behind the scenes that tell me it's not the same guy. And I have a very hard time. I'm grappling with that because I can't believe it because he looks the same to me, but I don't know. I mean, that's up for everyone's interpretation. I don't know what they mean by not the same guy. I've also heard that Dave Chappelle is not the same guy. So I don't know what they mean by that. Do they mean it's the same physical person, but they pulled him in and changed him up, or they changed his mind? I don't know what they mean by that. Is it a clone? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that. Hey, and you remember a couple of months ago, you guys were talking about the Ingersoll Logwood page?
Yep.
Well, if you go to it right now, there is a countdown for 6 days. And when you click on the countdown, there is a QR code that when you get on the QR code is a paid community page that Trump is going to be sending messages to people in text now.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw that this morning.
David Snedeker, that's who I have that talks about that. I'm going to try to get him back on the show. That's the guy that talks about that all the time. I'll bring him on. I'll actually send a text to him today.
And one last thing, brother. Kim Goguen, she needs to be interviewed.
I think I've heard of her.
She's the one from the Global Agency, Independence Agency, the GIA. She's supposed to be smart Duke or whatever.
I've been in touch with her. So Kim Goguen. Okay, so I'll reach out to her as well. I got a lot of names here.
Yeah. Well, man, I don't want to keep you down, bro. Thank you.
God bless you. I hope you get sober, man.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Keep up the good fight.
Thank you, bro. Take care.
You got it. Later. Alex.
All right, man. Hey, that was like 5 or 6
last super chats that we need to take care of.
Yeah, we do. Plus, we got to announce the winner of.
Oh, there you see. I'm glad you reminded me. All right, folks. All right, Wendy Child. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much, Wendy. What else we got here? Denise Cyrus. Yep, he was. He absolutely was. Cyrus Parsa. I cannot believe it. I think I'm going to bring Kerry Cassidy on. You know about him, right?
Yeah, man. We had interviewed him on the old show on Dark to Light before.
Right.
Yeah, man. I hadn't kept up with him the last couple of years, but this is terrible news.
It is. I don't. You would almost think that he was just kind of wackadoodle. I almost put him in that category, but now this is making me think there was a lot more to it, man. I mean, he would call me desperately or text me and be like, I got to get on your show. There's information I got to relay out there. I got to get this to Trump. And I'm like, dude, you're just weirding me out. But, man, look at this. He's, deleted.
It's a gunshot wound he was found with a single gunshot wound to the head with a gun next to him in his apartment. Like, does anyone even believe this
he's self-deleted?
Yeah, that's what they try to make it look like that. It's lazy. Like,
yeah,
they think people are just going to buy this, not ask any questions, and roll over and take it. It's just.
I mean, do you think he could have done it to himself in your mind?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just too convenient. Why? Why suddenly you do all this work to advocate for positive, regulations in AI and safe AI and all this work for humanity. He had a huge, he was very like a heart-centered guy, and I just don't see it.
I agree with you. I agree. That's scary stuff, man. Let's get to the next one.
We had a super chat on Rumble, which I can't pull onto the screen, but thank you to Costa Rica expat.
I didn't know Rumble could do super chat, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, and so let's announce the winner, folks. The winner to the General's tent is, drum roll, please, Mary Gabrielle. Mary Gabrielle, you are the winner to the General's tent. You will be activated tomorrow for Jaguar Right. Be looking for an email. So Mary Gabrielle, you are the winner to the General's tent, a years-long subscription. And we'll keep doing stuff like this. I like doing stuff. I love giving stuff to my subscribers on .tv. So I'll keep these type of things going. We'll do the next one in the next couple months. I appreciate everybody who, we went an hour and a half today, Alex. I mean, do people like these longer shows? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, let us know, guys.
Yeah, let us know if you like these longer shows. Please like, share, and subscribe and comment down below if you do like the longer shows. All right, folks, we're out of here. Thank you, Alex.
Peace.
And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, baby. All right, folks, I'm out. Peace.